Hello, everybody. Welcome to RTV Adventures. I'm Brian.
I'm Jacob.
And we are here to cover all the news that came out from D23 this weekend. So there's a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to try and stay a little bit more focused on the stuff that was covered about the parks in particular. We could cover potentially some stuff about Disney Plus and movies and whatnot. If that is something you're interested in, let us know in the comments. But, we're just going to do a little bit of a different style video today, just kind of talk about the different things that are coming, what we're excited for, what we think. Overall, D23 is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about some of the announcements we've seen?
Okay, so I didn't know how to feel necessarily about like the Tiana's adventure, like kind of replacing Splash Mountain. I have like strong feelings about Splash Mountain. So when it comes to like replacing it, I wasn't sure at first, but it looks like they're doing an incredible job. They kind of showed like this model at D23. The ride didn't change too much. I was curious on how they do it. They definitely removed the thorns, the big old thorns at the like the Brer Rabbit stuff, a little more swamp-like, which is exciting. You can't really see the inside of the ride, but at the very top of that drop, that huge drop, looks like bottles. It almost looks like colored bottles. And I believe that's from the movie when they're at like Mama Odie's. Or is that her name?
Yeah, Mama Odie's.
Yeah. It looks like that place. Oh, but I'm pretty excited to see what the inside looks like.
Yeah, this is actually one of the cool things that I was kind of thinking about with Splash Mountain because I don't know if you remember when we were there, I think it was 2018, I mentioned something about how nobody really knows the characters from Splash Mountain. This is before people started talking about controversy for anything.
Yeah.
Why not bring in an IP that people are more familiar with?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were kind of in favor of Emperor's New Groove.
That would have been so cool, though. That would have been so cool. Pull the lever, the very top of the ride. Yeah. Pull the lever, Kronk, wrong lever. I think that would have been cool.
That would have been great, but I think that this is a good alternative.
Yeah.
One of the big things I saw from the Imagineers is they wanted this to be kind of a love letter to New Orleans. And, New Orleans Square is one of the best themed lands in any Disney park in the world. So, more of that's good.
It's right there. I mean, like you got like New Orleans Square, you got that whole area. I think this will fit perfectly. I think the theme is well thought out. The whole them on the bayou for a huge chunk of the movie in the water. So that makes sense. But yeah, I am happy with how they made it look and the decisions they've made. I will miss the original ride and probably will still keep that footage for like my kids. So I'm like, this is what it was like when we, what Splash Mountain used to look like. But I am excited.
I think the hardest thing for me is just not to call it Splash Mountain anymore.
I know. I think I'm still going to call it Splash Mountain, though. I'm going to be like Splash Mountain, or Tiana's Splash Mountain, or something like that.
Right.
Tiana's Adventure? Is that what it's called?
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Bayou Adventure, yep. Yeah, they released some photos that made it look like Tiana was very successful in her palace, and her beignets and her restaurant, so they expanded. They had this cool stamp that said 1927, and it showed all the friends, like hugging and like they're all sweating because they just made Tiana's Bayou Adventure. But I'm glad they have such a grounded backstory to it too. But they're not just like, we're gonna pick some random movie out of the air and put a water ride. I think they made a good choice.
Yeah, and I was kind of curious what this is gonna look like. There's a little bit of a description. There's gonna be new animatronics, new characters, new music. There's gonna be new mist effects. They said it's gonna be a completely different ride. I mean, the track's gonna be the same, so that's not gonna be able to change. But I'm curious to see what that overall is gonna look like. There's no official date on when the attraction is going to close, but they say late 2024 is when it's going to reopen. Yeah,
so I mean, depending on how much time they think they need, it could be soon. So if you haven't gone on Splash Mountain, get on it while you still can, because we don't know when that's ending. So but I think what they'll do is they'll keep some things from the original. They seem to do that with all rides in some way. Like even Indiana Jones, they have like from when that was a parking lot, they'll have a sign up hidden somewhere. So I think honestly they could use that the paddle ferry boat. Yeah. I think that hey, that's the times. I mean, even the crocodile's playing the trumpet like on that. I think that'd be cool if we see him on that. But there's a few things they could keep. But yeah, it's not a Briar Patch anymore. It's a completely different area. So they'll redo a lot of that. But yeah, it's exciting.
Well, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So we're going to move on to a couple more topics here. But if you got any thoughts you want to share about the Tiana's Bayou Adventure, let us know about that in the comments down below.
What stuff do you guys want to see on that ride? Stuff that you expect to see, some things that you'll miss. Are you excited about this transition? Because it's going to happen. So I just want to, get your thoughts on that too.
Right. So I made a few notes here, so I'm just going to kind of go through some of the different things that were announced at D23. One of the cool things I'm looking forward to is Avengers Campus. There's some pretty cool changes coming up.
Avengers Campus.
So
oh my goodness.
It was originally announced back when Avengers Campus was first talked about that there was going to be an e-ticket attraction with the Quinjets.
Yeah.
It looks like that's not quite going to be the same thing.
Right.
But they finally are going to be bringing out a new e-ticket attraction for Avengers Campus, which I think the lane kind of needs it. It feels just a little bit empty. I think that one more ride is going to be a big piece to it. But this is going to deal with King Thanos. Like this is a what if kind of scenario. So if Thanos would have won the entire conflict, so you're going to be teaming up with your favorite heroes to combat Thanos.
Yeah.
There's really not much more information other than that. But
I know they said this is going to be like the third ride. Is there only 2 rides in?
Yeah, this would be the third one.
Avengers. They said it'll be like a centralized. I'm wondering, is it going to go where the Quinjet is though? Is that going to be the ride? That's what I'm wondering.
Seems like what they were getting at.
Yeah, I mean, like that whole area blocked off most of the time for the acting to be done on it. But I was just thinking about like where's that going to go? Most likely there. But yeah, no, that's exciting. I'm glad that they're bringing it. It looks pretty. I mean, the poster just kind of looked like Thanos with a crown and all these heroes around it, and it looked like these people in some kind of a ship like flying towards them. So I'm wondering if this is going to be like a fast-paced thing. Like, is it going to be like almost another thrill ride as well?
Yeah, I mean,
like it seems like that.
Coaster? Is it a Star Tours type attraction?
Exactly, Star Tours. Yeah, Soarin' is like what kind of it's going to be a little more thrill than Soarin', but like. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I was really hoping in the beginning that the Spider-Man was going to be a ride. I do like the game. I think it's fun. I think it's well thought out. But I am excited for an Avengers ride to be here.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like I think California Adventure needs something like that, especially in that campus. But there's a lot to do. They've got the Mission Breakout. But just adding to that, just so I think that line will die down a little bit more once this thing comes out. But
every attraction will help with those wait times, so that's going to be nice.
Yep.
Other big news coming from Avengers Campus is some of the new technology that Imagineers are coming up with.
So cool.
Josh D'Amaro, no, sorry, not Josh D'Amaro. Kevin Feige brought out a life-size Hulk. And they've got this new technology. What's that called? Hold on, just a second. I got this in my notes here. Project EXO. So,
that's so cool.
They've got these full-size costumes that they can use now for some of the giant characters, is what they're calling them. So we're going to do meet and greets with Hulk actually starting next week in Disneyland. That'd be pretty cool to check out.
Yeah.
They're talking about potential characters you can meet. So like a Wampa from Star Wars.
That'd be so cool.
Really, the possibilities are kind of endless with this kind of sort of technology. I'm really looking forward to seeing it in person and checking out how it looks up close.
I think I feel like technology like this has always been in the works when it comes to Disney. Just like going back over to Disney World just for a second. Like, I mean, you got the things that are a little more primitive, like people walking on stilts to make things look bigger or appear taller.
Kind of like the mech suit in Pandora.
Exactly. Yeah, the mech suit, which it blew my mind. It looks like a really heavy suit and stuff. I mean, I'm not sure how the mechanics work, but to see Hulk walking around, that's kind of menacing. That's kind of awesome to think about. They could have like Groot. All the different characters, I mean, this doesn't have to stop at Marvel. I feel like this, characters that are originally like bigger or require a little more work. I mean, Ursula, it'll be a little more probably like bulky looking if it wasn't done like this. I feel like, they've done it in the past where things are just moving and a character's just sitting in the middle of it. But I really think that this will change the game of seeing like characters walk around that are huge.
Yeah.
I think that'd be crazy.
So obviously we're going to get more information about this as soon as next week. That's when they're supposed to be having the characters debut in Avengers Campus. But, let us know what kind of characters you guys are interested in seeing. Yeah. Put that in the comments down below. Let us know who you're looking forward to. I mean, if you got a chance to meet the Hulk, I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Please take some footage of that. Let us know if you did it, because I don't know. I'm still curious how that's going to work. They didn't really show us any pictures because obviously we weren't at D23. But when it comes to like just the description of seeing Hulk walking around,
there's a picture of it. We'll put that up in the description. Yeah. So.
Look at the description.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Not in the description. I'll post it up on the screen here, so you guys will be seeing a picture of the Hulk while we're talking right now.
Yep. Look at it in all its glory. Look at it right now.
We've also got more characters coming to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So Mando and Grogu are both going to be there starting mid-November, and this is something I've been waiting for a while. I think
finally.
I'm going to be honest. Disney dropped the ball a little bit with Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
It's great. Don't get me wrong. I love Galaxy's Edge. I can sit there and hang out all day.
Yes.
But it could have been so much more.
Could have been.
I think them setting it into a specific time period really was a mistake, because with Avengers Campus, it's not necessarily set in any time. And that means that they can bring in characters from any sort of movie timeline,
Yeah.
any sort of multiverse, right? They can do whatever they want with the characters, and it doesn't have to make sense to the narrative. Well, I mean, you know what I mean?
In some sense, it's still Marvel. Yeah, it's not like Batman's gonna show up, but like.
But we want to see more of those kind of characters in Galaxy's Edge, and I think this is great. They're starting to bring in some of those popular characters. People love Mando, people love Grogu, and being able to meet them in person is going to be pretty cool.
No, finally, it's like we watched The Mandalorian. Now we're going to be on season 3. Like, I mean, I've been wondering this whole time. Like, we've seen Grogu, like, plushies, little Grogu's that sit on your shoulder. I was like, when are we going to finally see Grogu around the park with Mando? And I feel like I agree. Like, I feel like Galaxy's Edge is fantastic, especially the way the Imagineers created it, how lifelike it looks. The ships are life-size. I think the whole world comes to life. I just, like you said, I wish this was just Batuu in space, in the sense where it doesn't matter what time it is. And I really hope somehow they can correct it in the sense where they're like, okay, maybe we started that way, but now we're in Batuu, during this timeline to fit, the shows that they're coming out with, the movies they're coming out with. I mean, I know at the time, that last trilogy was big, and, the characters really are related to kids, especially like Rey. So you have like little girls, playing Rey, but I feel like there's such a broad spectrum of characters in Star Wars that they shouldn't just limit it to that timeline. I feel like seeing, I don't know, Luke walking around would be so cool. I mean, it wouldn't make sense. Well, actually, no, Mandalorian, it would make sense. I just think they shouldn't limit it. In fact, it would benefit them. I feel like more people would like to see Luke walking around and, different things for sale from different eras. And I feel like they could do more. And I feel like maybe they will. Hopefully they learn, what people want to see.
Well, this is certainly a good sign, right?
Yeah.
They're moving in the right direction here, bringing in some of those characters from the TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it's a sign of more good things to come. Let's talk about some more of the rethemes that are coming here. This is one that I was really impressed with at California Adventure, the Pacific Wharf area. So, you got Pixar Pier, and just to the side of that, you've got sort of like they got that chowder factory. I can't remember the name of it.
They have the bread bowl, the sourdough.
Yeah, and that's where you find the Ghirardelli and that
Ghirardelli.
little section over there. So when Michael Eisner made the mistake of theming everything after California, they had the big disaster.
Yeah.
They've been working for a while to retheme a lot of the things in the park and make it more Disney, because there wasn't really much Disney IP there to begin with. I think this is one of the last little pieces of change to get rid of that California theming. They're going to be moving it now to San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah.
From Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6. So there's a picture up on screen now you guys can check out, but you got the Asian-inspired Golden Gate Bridge, and it's just some of the nighttime aesthetic that you can see there. It looks pretty impressive. I'm really anticipating what this is going to be like at night.
It's very unique. I'll say that. Like, especially when you brought it up to me, because I didn't know that was even happening until you brought it up to me today, and then we saw the picture. I've always loved Big Hero 6. I thought it was one of those like movies that was almost not dropped. I know they're coming out with like the Big Hero 6 like short series they've kind of done with like Baymax, and I thought that just the storyline was so cool, combining like San Francisco and Tokyo. Like, I don't know. I just think this will be going in the right direction of the change we want to see when it comes to, the Disney coming into that wharf area. I didn't know how I felt at first. At first I was kind of like, that's so, interesting. Like, you get from like Pixar Pier, then whoa, San Francisco's over there. But it makes sense. Like, I feel like it's such a drastic thing that people are going to turn around the corner and go, oh my goodness, that's so cool, I have to go in there.
Right.
In San Francisco and Tokyo alone have such a broad, like, variety of things to do there, like even in the real world. You go to San Francisco, you can have Asian food, delicious Mexican food, a bread bowl and fruit somewhere. Because I thought about that first, I was like, is it all going to be like almost like an Asian theme then? But then I was like, San Francisco, oh wait, that could all stay there. Like, I think that's fantastic. All the food and
good blend of the different styles of restaurants that are there already.
Yeah.
They have announced that there's going to be different shops and,
that's exciting.
Restaurants that are going to be coming in there.
Yeah.
But they will have a meet and greet for Baymax as well, so that'll be kind of
yes.
fun too.
I'm excited for that. I love Baymax.
Yeah. So that's a pretty big retheme. There's no timeline on that one yet, but let us know what you guys think about that retheme. Are you looking forward to it like we are? I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah. So are you a little anxious about any of the changes?
Right.
Let us know your concerns, but also down in the comments, let us know how excited you are.
So what else is being rethemed? Paradise Pier Hotel.
Yeah.
So probably no news to anyone that's paying attention to it, but that's been going under a lot of renovations recently. It's becoming more Pixar themed. Well, they just announced today that it's, what's the new name? Pixar Place Hotel. So the entire thing's being rethemed to Pixar. They're going to be doing a Finding Nemo splash pad on top of the building. So
I'm jumping on that. That's awesome.
They had a pretty big pool there that was being rethemed already, but you know, this is some of the stuff that's in the work, and it's not going to be too much longer till all that's finished up. But I'm curious to check out the entire finished product. It's what the official synopsis. Josh Tomorrow is saying it's a place where you'll find, or you'll feel as though you stepped into a Pixar art gallery featuring new interpretations of favorite Pixar pals. So,
is that like where they take pictures that they like art of the characters and like re-theme them in a sense?
So what I'm thinking of is
Surfer Monsters Inc. or
we went to Art of Animation. We stayed there in Disney World. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from the description.
I would love that. Art of Animation. If you go to Disney World, side note, that is one of the coolest resorts. Very, very Disney themed. But oh my goodness, like to see the concept art to what the art they went with for movies. Man, if Pixar Piers like that, or sorry, Pixar Place Hotel. Yeah. If it's like that, oh my goodness, I think that'll be the hotel I want to stay at the most. I've never stayed at the Grand California Hotel or Disneyland Hotel or Pixar Pier. So out of the ones that I think I would want to stay at, that sounds awesome. I loved Art of Animation.
Yeah, but the theming of this sounds really cool. I mean, when it comes out, or when this is all finished up, I'm definitely going to want to stay there. And
I mean, Pixar Foods, they'll probably have something going on there, stuff that you can only get at that hotel, or the possibilities are endless. They're ripping into that ground over there to put some great stuff.
Let's see, what else are we going to talk about here? They've got, there's so much stuff that was announced. Downtown Disney has been going through some renovations. They've been tearing down buildings, closing shops, and opening up new ones. So there is a plan for a dozen new shops and restaurants to be opening in the future. A couple of those that were announced today, but they have one that's called Din Tai Fung. It's a family Chinese-style restaurant that said you're going to enjoy dishes served family-style. So this kind of makes me think of like P.F. Chang's.
Yeah.
Family-style, where they give you the big portions to share between the table.
Yes. I think I've been to one of those. I think that's one of them that's in Portland. I think...
Din Tai Fung?
I think so.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it is. It's like a chain. It's like a franchise. I don't want to say chain restaurant. I don't want to compare it to McDonald's. But it's almost like it's a blend. I want to say it's like Vietnamese, Thai, like Chinese. I don't know. It's delicious. They make, if it's who I'm thinking of, they make baos that are like these tiny dumplings. Like when I think bao, like, you know, like in Disneyland, but they're baos that are like this big. They're filled with a broth and like meat. There's an etiquette, they say, like putting it on the spoon and popping it while it's in there, and then putting like, you know, some spicy stuff, and then take the whole thing. But I can see why it would be family style, because there's like, they give you a whole menu that it's like, I want this one, this one, this one. You just check mark all you want, like almost like a sushi restaurant, and then bring it all to your table. Fantastic. Oh man, that's such a smart move. If that is what I'm thinking of.
That's a big if, because I haven't researched that yet.
No, If it is,
something different.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There's another bakery coming into downtown Disney. What's the Pardo Bakery and Cafe? So I guess this sounds like a franchise as well. It's a bakery known for sweet pastries and treats, savory Cuban food, and other incredible
Cuban
desserts.
food. So, oh my goodness.
Good variety that they're bringing in.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's always a new fun place to eat at Disney, but
I know.
Just the bigger variety you get just makes it more fun to kind of entertain those different cuisines.
And I feel like that just brings another point where you should definitely stay longer when you're going to Disneyland. If you're not living in the area, I mean, like obviously if someone's living there, they're excited because they can just go there whenever they want. But for someone like me that like is excited to see something new every single time I come back, that's overwhelming. Like if you just do 3 days in the park, that's amazing. It's perfect for the parks, stuff like that. But it's not good for your stomach. Like the last time we went, I think, Cece and I, my wife and I went for like, 3 days total, almost, I'm gonna say 2.5 when it came to that. And I couldn't fit everything I wanted to eat in that trip. Like I want a week or more just when it comes to food alone, especially downtown Disney. I mean, technically you don't need to be going to the parks for downtown Disney, but still.
Yeah, I feel like for anybody that's ever been to Disney Springs in Florida, it's incredibly huge. It's all I've known before I went there was downtown Disney. Yeah. And I feel like
this is a small town of shops and food.
But like over the last few years, I feel like downtown Disney is becoming a little bit more like Disney Springs. Obviously, it's not going to be nearly as big, but they're starting to bring a lot more of those style of restaurants and shops in there. So, we'll kind of see where that goes. There's a lot, obviously, there haven't been announced yet, but more stuff to come in the future.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think about those restaurants in the comments. And if Jacob got that completely wrong, just make fun of him down there.
Yeah, let me know how wrong I was down there. But I think I'm right. But what kind of stuff do you guys want to see coming to downtown Disney? As it continues, obviously, to expand, what kind of stuff would you like to see when you're going down there?
Right. Here's a cool one. Back in 2020, they debuted the Magic Happens Parade.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
And they just announced that it's actually going to be coming back because it was only there for maybe a few weeks.
Maybe.
And
I didn't get to see it, so.
That's back when they had the closures for the pandemic.
Yep.
So it was a pretty cool parade. You can actually find it on YouTube.
Yeah, very well done by Disney because they filmed that whole parade, obviously in chunks, but they lay over the music perfectly. So when specific floats, come by, that music changes, but they put the whole soundtrack over the whole parade. And that's something that I showed my daughter, as she was getting older, she's like 2.5 now, but during the pandemic, we couldn't go to Disneyland. We couldn't do anything Disney related. So she just fell in love with that parade, and all she wanted to do was watch that parade over and over. But man, probably the most high-tech floats that I've seen in Disney so far was in that parade. So if they're bringing that back, I am so excited about that.
Right. Well, that's going to be coming in late spring 2023, so not too far away.
Not too far, yeah.
Now that the Main Street Electrical Parade is over with, this will be the marquee parade in Disneyland. And go check it out online. This is a good one to take some time out to watch.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing that's coming back, though, or rather, there's going to be debuting as far as nighttime entertainment goes. There's going to be a new World of Color. It's called World of Color 1, and this is going to be kind of like a celebration of 100 years of Disney animation. So
100 years.
Yeah, they're going to be celebrating that all next year.
Wow.
Lots of Centennial?
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking there. No, lots of Centennial type anniversary celebration things that are going to be going on.
Yeah.
This is a new World of Color attraction. They're going to be doing animations that kind of celebrate the last 100 years of the whole Walt Disney archives. So this would be a pretty cool one to check out. World of Color is one of my favorite nighttime shows.
World of Color is fantastic. And I feel like every time I go back, they add something or to change a little bit of something that they're showing, or add lasers or add more lights. Seriously, this last time that I went, a couple weeks ago now, they added lasers to, I don't remember this, like to the Incredicoaster, like it almost looked like a discotheque on the water. Like I don't remember seeing that at all. They've added way better, I don't know if they're better lights or if it's better, control of the water, but it looks like almost like there's clouds of color over you. And I mean, I feel like they've just added little things that I just happen to notice, but I feel like they blew my mind.
They've done little changes here and there over the last several years, but seeing a completely new show is going to be something I'm really looking forward to.
So cool.
There's also going to be a new fireworks show that's going to be going to Disneyland. What was that one called here? Wondrous Journeys. Ooh. So that's going to begin late January with the new World of Color show. So lots of new nighttime entertainment coming to Disneyland in the near future.
Do you think the fireworks are going to be themed also for like the 100 years?
I'm sure they will be.
Yeah. I think they'll have some like Walt quotes. I'm sure that'll be really cool to watch.
Yeah. In fact, I think that's what it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Just expect a lot more 100-year celebration stuff to be coming out very soon.
Oh, 100 World Celebration merch.
Right.
I mean, they had the 50th for like Disney World, but 100. I mean, that's going to be cool. I did see some merch that was like, it was really expensive, but it was like platinum ears. It's like platinum mini ears. It looked like someone took a paint and dumped it over the ear, so it looks like it's dripping in platinum. It also reflects on the price, because I don't remember how expensive it was, but it was pretty spendy. But it was cool.
There's going to be a lot more of those platinum themed merchandise. Here's one thing that was not announced, which I was kind of surprised. I still haven't heard any information on it. Last year, we heard that Magic Bands were going to be coming to Disneyland in 2022, and we're getting to the last quarter here of the year, and there's still no news. Yeah, no news on when Magic Bands could be coming. They've got the Magic Band Plus now in Disney World, but I mean, your guess is as good as mine when those are actually going to show up.
I mean, I think they will. I feel like that's pretty convenient, and also a battery saver. That's when it comes to your, you're still going to be using your phone for like the maps and like wait times and stuff. But another thing, I think Disney World is doing a good job with their Magic Bands, but I think also it's also a big test. Like they're like, okay, let's throw these Magic Band Plus out. We'll see how well they do, what we need to improve, and then we're going to take those to Disneyland. I'm sure they'll have the original bands that you could use. I mean, we have leftover from the last time our trip, but I feel like those bands will get cooler and cooler, and I think they'll also add the type of technology that's in Disney World now, where they interact with characters or statues. Or they're going to have to do some big overnight thing, though. That's the thing. I mean, we've talked about this before, but like there hasn't been anything hinted in that direction. Everything's still, when it comes to the Genie Plus, you're still putting your phone in the slot. There's nothing that shows that your hand is going to be the next big thing. But I mean, Disney does Christmas and Halloween decorations overnight and still blows my mind. So anything's possible.
Right. No, I mean, obviously time will tell on this, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a big,
cool.
It's a big convenience factor. Honestly, Chapek's probably looking to make more money off Magic Bands, so
I think so.
Sooner the better for him.
Yeah, let's get him out there.
So that's most of the big news about Disneyland. There was a couple other notes here about Disney World. I mean, a couple things that I'm kind of looking forward to. The Tron ride's going to be opening in spring. We got an official release on that.
So excited.
Josh Tomorrow showed a little bit of footage of him doing some test rides on it. So, looking forward to checking that out when it opens. The one that really interests me is the Beyond Thunder Mountain expansion. So in Magic Kingdom in Disney World, past Thunder Mountain, they're going to be expanding back there, and there's no concrete ideas of what's going to be back there. The running ideas right now are potentially Coco, Encanto, or both. And then tomorrow also, he kind of hinted at like a Villain's Land. And so that
would be so cool.
That got a lot of applause from the crowd, but that's something that I think would be pretty cool.
Oh my goodness.
You only see the villains really during Halloween time at parties, but that'd be
House of Mouse. Like the villains take over. there was like a House of Mouse cartoon, but they would have the villains take over. But that'd be so cool. Almost a land dedicated to just villains.
Right. And it's all speculation right now. Nothing's concrete, but there's definitely something. Cool too. Definitely an expansion coming to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
To be determined on what that theming is going to be.
I mean, Magic Kingdom has so much room. They can make that. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, for sure. Dinoland's getting rethemed in Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
That's so excited. Such a big complaint last time.
I hated Dinoland. I'm sorry if that's nostalgia for you. I mean, this whole show is about nostalgia, but I'm sorry. It's not for me. Any nostalgia whatsoever. Our first time, 2019, 18?
2020.
2020. When we went to Disney World for the very first time, masked up and everything, I hated that place. I know they have that delicious the chocolate chip cookie ice cream. You know, the treats are fabulous. The land, it's like a broken, creepy theme park, and I really didn't like Dinosaur. I'm gonna have to say that right. I didn't really like that. If you go on Indiana Jones first, then you go over there and do that. Indiana Jones blew that out of the water.
So that'll be interesting to see how that actually works out, because the dinosaur theme would not stick in one of the new ideas for the land. The running candidates right now for that retheme is Moana or Zootopia.
Both of those would work so well there. Zootopia would be so cool. I mean, you got Animal Kingdom.
Right.
That would make so much sense, especially with the Zootopia that was announced at D23, Zootopia Plus. It's like a TV show of Zootopia that's coming, and I'm so excited for that too.
Well, there's a Zootopia land going into Shanghai.
Shanghai, that's right.
And so I'd imagine they've already got a good idea of the theming they can bring over for that if they went that route. So
that would be so cool.
Well, just a couple other notes as far as Paris and Hong Kong finishing their Frozen Land. Journey of Water and Epcot's going to be opening next year.
Yeah.
New Disney cruise ships. There's just a couple other little notes here, but nothing real breaking. I think we covered most of the major points here.
Coming to Disneyland. But, absolutely.
Obviously, a lot of stuff to be excited for.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love about Disneyland is you go there all the time, and there's always going to be something new to check out when you go to the park. So
thanks to those Imagineers. Seriously, like the Imagineers are like, I don't know, the brains of the operation. Especially, I love that Disney really gets their input. I know there's a business side of things. I know there's things that are just not cost effective, but those Imagineers have a great way of thinking like Walt Disney, where it's like, but if you think about it, if we spend more money, we can make it look like this, or we can do this new exoskeleton technology. I feel like Disney's going in the right direction as long as we can get, some more creative, leadership in that sense.
Yeah, time will tell. I mean, obviously.
Yep.
Well, let's not get into Chapek politics. But anyways, we want to know what you guys think about these D23 announcements. Lots of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that I'm kind of looking forward to is, number one, that new e-ticket attraction at Avengers Campus. And then a close second would be the San Francisco. San Francisco
it's not real.
retheme in the Pacific Wharf.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I don't know what some of your big highlights are.
I was going to say the same thing. Obviously I'm excited for, and with what comes with new rides and attractions is new food, like based on those rides and attractions. I'm just so excited to see what's going to come to Disneyland. I've got high hopes. I think, the stuff that's coming our way is just going to continue to blow us out of the water, because that's kind of Disney's thing, is they take what they've got and now we're going to make it 10 times cooler now, but still a little nostalgic, so you can still go back to those times where you're like, dude, I remember when this, Peter Pan ride looked like this. I doubt they'll ever change that. I was just joking. Like, pretend I never mentioned the Peter Pan ride. I love the Peter Pan ride, but what I'm saying, nostalgia into our century. Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, you guys let us know what you think in the comments down below. Tell us your favorite highlights from D23 this year. And if you want us to expand upon some of the other things that were announced at D23, you want us to talk about other Disney stuff, let us know. be happy to put out some more content if that's what you guys are
Absolutely.
looking for. So either way, thanks for supporting us. Don't forget to like this video, share it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We got lots of cool Disney stuff that we do, focused around theme parks and Disneyland specifically. But, you know, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep.
And like always, thanks for
watching.